time to take down a network. That's right. We're doing a little bit of IT work here. Aloy is looking into new job opportunities, and sometimes that requires some finesse when it comes to running into enemy territory, killing a bunch of cultists, and then... actually, we really don't know what we're doing as of just yet, but it's gonna... Whatever it is gonna involve fighting a lot of cultists. Let's just say that.
And doing some parkour along the way. And
Of course. I mean, the parkour is the best thing about the game. I don't know. It's all like I said before. It's all very automatic, which is why it looks neat, but gameplay-wise, not tremendously interesting.
yeah, and also just weird kind of sarcasm towards Silence for no really good reason. Here, climb this rock wall with these handholds. What am I supposed to do to take down that? Yeah, we'll give you advice. We'll tell you when we get there. That's it.
Yeah, well, you can't do anything until you can get up there, so just do it. Look, man, if you have a better idea, you don't have to keep answering my phone calls.
Yeah.
At least I'll have a fire to keep me company.
You'll have the fire and silence.
Our purpose this
There he
month
is.
to crash the
It really
Focus
him.
network.
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know.
Look, with the amount of time that it probably took me to get to this point again, because I was off doing a bunch of side content, that might be a reasonable
That's right.
statement to make.
Yeah.
Fortunately for you, I brought you
Not that you saw it, because it really was just me running around and fighting dudes in the corrupted zones,
Yep.
or more bandits, which are like cultists, except they don't have the IO symbol on them.
Climb the Tallneck.
Hey, Tallnecks. You never
Yeah.
actually saw those in the series.
Yep, I saw them when we were looking for various stuff to like side quests and stuff, but yeah, not really in the series.
And when we were doing
proper.
the episode 5.5, but it's just like they're the towers. You climb up on top of them. Again, parkour challenge, but
It
mostly
is the case that I
what would you say? Automatic. They're simple. They're simple.
Now, this is a modified one. Is that something like? Is it gonna have like weapons and stuff?
What sort of a
Yeah, that's right. He modified it to have a bunch of Gatling guns on
Oh,
it. It's going to
okay.
be a cool button. It's not.
we have more important things
It's
to
just he put like a server on top of it.
Oh, okay.
It's not. I gotta say that if you were expecting there to be like the corrupted Tallneck fight, it's not going to happen. That's what I wanted to see, but it's. I don't even know what that would be. To be honest.
I mean,
they're
yeah.
like giant giraffes, and we put rocket launchers on them.
Well, we've used like a harness. I mean, look, we've all seen Empire Strikes Back.
True. I mean, you just keep thinking of that because we fight a lot of. Well, we fight a lot of robots occasionally in between fighting thousands of cultists.
It doesn't really make sense to do the AT-AT thing with a spider, I like to say.
True. The spider would be able to shake that off. I mean, have you seen how nimble those things... Well, not the Deathbringers. Those things are like walking bricks. But the Corruptors, though,
Yeah.
they would be able to deal with that a little bit better. Hey, Firebirds.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of your three
I don't get to
avatars.
see it too much there, but don't worry. They jump up in the air and they cause big old fiery blasts on the ground, which sort of prevents me from going melee, but not that much. Like, nice try, video game. I'm still going melee. I'm like the Super Smash Brothers community. You won't stop.
That is a really good. That's a good joke right there.
It looks like you should just be able to jump up there. Like, if Aloy just jumped just a little bit higher, maybe it leapt off of the fire chicken, it's like that could work, but
Yeah.
no, it took me a while to figure out where I'm going, so let's enjoy a little bit of robot battles.
Go!
There it is. They don't breathe fire or anything like that. They just have a like big fiery stomp.
Yeah. I like these characters. They're pretty cool. With the chickens.
I like these birds. These are some cool birds. Certainly better than 1,000 cultists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's if there was one like major gripe I would have about the game. It's like, Jesus Christ, we do spend a lot of time on those.
Yeah, and it's kind of like at a certain point, like it's not like they get more interesting as the game goes on. Is that right?
No, I mean they're dudes. This is a game about fighting big robots, but we do spend a lot of time just fighting like dudes.
Yeah.
Because mean, I guess it's sort of the Dead Space 3 style conundrum, where it's like you have all these cool monsters in the form of the Necromorphs, intended to be fought in a very well, novel for a shooter in the way that they don't cotton to headshots in the same way. But then it's like in Dead Space 3, I remember you just fought dudes for a pretty good chunk of it before you even saw the first Necromorph.
Yeah. In this case, it's kind of like these are the Mongols because we're coming out of Tsushima. This is just kind of like the rank and file.
It is the only game like this I've played.
So we
and I mean, the one that you'd probably be most familiar with aside from Death Stranding.
I watched that entire Ghost of Tsushima series, and that's my main entry into AAA games, modern. So.
Okay, I thought you were going to say that's my main entry in your channel, and I was going to be mad.
No.
No.
We've got to find a way to vamp. These are...
I knew it. I knew it. He's just dodging the question. Anyway. And with only the Watchers left, not really too challenging to take care of them, they go down to melee very easily, unlike the chickens. There we go.
Okay.
And now I had to wander around in circles trying to figure out exactly how to get up to that one area for a shocking amount of time. But that you don't need to watch that. Don't even worry.
Now, it kind of seemed like there was...
Yeah, there. You just have to find the nodules on
yeah.
the tree somewhere, and that leads you to...
So,
okay, fine. They want you to fight the stuff. I get it, but still.
So the chicken fight was pretty neat, but it feels like it kind of, even by the end of that was getting a little bit repetitive. Is that right?
Well, you know what I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You know what it is.
Uh-huh.
You know what. Yeah.
I know this. I know what you're gonna say.
I've never been shy about saying that. Hey, it's a big old Deathbringer. That's fine.
Cool.
I mean, overgrown and everything, so he's not going to be getting up to fight me, but still. Right? And that is, remember, the melee combat is not tremendously difficult because you do have punch lasers, where Aloy will just, suddenly get attracted to an enemy when you're pressing the attack button and just, slide right into their DMs.
Okay.
He's got to slide right in there to those DMs. Hey, Robo Tiger. I'm gonna slide right into your D. Why am I saying this over and over? I don't know. I just think it's a funny phrase.
It's a funny phrase, yeah. Oh,
it's the cellar door of the modern day.
yeah. Slide into the DMs. Yeah,
slide right into those.
Because that brother's starving, or or they're down bad. I don't know. Whatever the kids say today.
They're all about what the dog is doing and everything.
Yeah.
They're castaways. They are castaways.
You have also seen this video about the castaways.
I haven't seen a video about it. That was just a very popular. It was
a meme on
TikTok.
I saw Adam Neely's video about it. Yeah, by the back.
What's the deal?
From the backyard, it's a really catchy song. It's pretty much it is a bop.
It is a bop, but it's just it was super popular for a while. I did that's all I know.
Yeah, and honestly, I was watching a video about it, and then I looked it up.
Backyardigans, really?
Yeah, it really does seem like they did a really good job with the music for that series. Apparently, they just we're just gonna do all these different styles, and for that one they chose I think bossa, or just Brazilian styles in general, I believe. But
yeah,
it's a good bossa song. It's like. Castaways, they are castaways. Ahoy, ahoy, they are castaways. It's a good melody.
No, I don't know the song. Well, anyway, that's what the kids are.
Me. All right, yeah.
That's what the kids are talking about.
Yeah,
I suppose. Yeah, see, Tallneck is kind of in pieces, literally. And that's why I was just like,
Actually, the cool thing about that video is that they were actually just kind of apparently they just got a big music budget for that show. They were just.
I guess I can believe it.
Get an orchestra or get an actual both the band and yeah. I mean, it's for a Nick Jr. show.
Yeah, for a kids show, which usually I mean, most people just look at as the most throwaway of entertainment that you can just do anything for.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that, basically the sort of cartoons that I was growing up with, which were the sort of cartoons that my grandparents were growing up with,
Yeah.
like your Flintstones or your like Scooby-Doo, are just the cheapest, most nothing shows possible.
In fairness, like you look at like Looney Tunes, those are like masterpieces of just of economy.
And those are also not explicitly intended for children.
Yeah,
more often than
probably. I thought so. Like, I mean, you got to think like Miyazaki must have watched.
not. We already did the Space Jam cast.
Like I feel like Miyazaki probably watched a bunch of Looney Tunes. I don't know if that's true, but I would be not shocked.
I mean, that's the whole thing though, where it's like I don't think of like the peak entertainment sort of stuff because I feel like that's just smaller in comparison. I feel like every time I see a lot of kids shows and stuff, it's just kind of like whatever we can put together, and as long as it's animated, it's fine.
Just
you're like My Little Ponies or whatever. But even that had like a surprisingly good revival.
keep
Eventually,
the children busy. Basically, seems to be the theme. But it's like I don't know why that sometimes actually does lead to really like effective art. Sometimes I don't know. Like I guess Betty.
I think it all depends. I think it just depends on who's show running it.
Yeah.
Whether it's somebody who's just kind of like whatever, or if they know that they're not, that they have basically creative control over it because whatever, it's kids show.
And I guess part of it is just like what we think of like the past as being like much more childish than it was, but like Betty Boop was probably like for adults, like in some.
That was absolutely not for kids.
Yeah, like that was.
No, that was not for
yeah,
kids.
Yeah. Was that Max Fletcher or whatever?
I just immediately think of. I mean, I guess like Flintstones was not for kids either, but it still sucked.
Yeah, my
Now, Scooby Doo's always what I go to, and like a lot of the old Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah.
Where as classic as it might be, it's like in retrospect, I just think of how like absolutely dull and samey each one of the episodes of that was.
Yeah. Like there was a lot of artistry in like the voice acting for a lot of those shows. Like you talk about some of those Hanna-Barbera characters are absolute classics, but it's like the writing for them was never that crisp in general. Like there's occasionally
and same thing with like a lot of the very toyetic series of like the 80s and 90s too.
What does toyetic mean?
Able to be made into toys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Transformers, basically. Think of that.
Yeah.
Think of like
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. Everything.
To a lesser
and it's
extent,
like it's
Captain Planet kind of thing. Yeah.
you get Captain Planet was a
That at least had a message. It wasn't very well.
that
written.
was a weird one.
Yes.
Like it's the sort of thing where it's like it wasn't very good, but like also it was trying to do something a little bit more ambitious. I suppose.
I guess. Yeah.
Ask Ted. I can't remember the name.
Ted Turner.
Yeah, Ted Turner. what the hell he was thinking when he was making that?
Now, how about finding that toy?
No, I mean that is a. It was still though. Again, it felt very throwaway.
Yes.
Character called Duke Nukem, which was still a pretty wild thing at the time. But
So what's happening in this game that we're playing? Just
I fought a bunch of cultists,
Wrong.
and now I'm gonna go climb up on a tall neck, and I'm gonna go like I don't know, stab it or something, and that will take out the network.
Then we killed all the cultists so we wouldn't drown.
Well, I mean, actually, I'm planning to jump off of a waterfall in about 5 seconds. So
Oh, I've heard that's not a good idea.
it's generally not, but I mean,
I mean,
it's either that or we gotta fight more cultists.
I mean, if you can help it, you want to stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to.
See, I told you he just kind of like shoved a server up there, basically.
This is Hades.
This is 80s?
Is it?
I don't know. Are you enjoying yourself? Enjoying?
Is that what Hades looks like?
Do as I say, or all is lost.
Damn you, Silence!
The sound, I'm picturing. I can't hear the music, but I'm assuming the sound of silence is playing.
Should have just pushed it off there, really.
Entity has come.
Oh yeah, I guess it is Hades.
Oh yeah.
That's what he looks like?
Entity
Again, this is the sort of thing where it's like we veer into the magical part of the
cannot destroy me.
technological future.
Yes.
Just what the hell, even?
Maybe you are, but this isn't.
There we go. That's how you crash a network.
Oh wow.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'll come back later.
Destroy the entity.
Oh, you got another one. Hey, come on! Those
Whoa.
aren't that common, you know.
This is a pretty cool cartoon. Just the idea of this, you know, attack. You're on this tall neck, so you're vulnerable. And yep.
It is just a cutscene, though, unfortunately.
I feel like that would have been a good time to do a really cheesy quick time or action, whatever those are called.
Or, you know, just like a slow motion sort of deal.
Yeah.
And basically, you get me jumping off there.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, you can actually get hurt here. This is not like a fake sequence.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I am getting,
you're
I am,
getting
in
shot at.
fact,
You have to
getting,
keep moving. Yeah.
this is not the time to be sarcastic, Aloy. I know that's your entire character, but still. Oh. Supposed to jump. Sort of kills the tension here, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, continue.
Did you only? How many runs did you have for this one?
It was only these two.
Okay. Okay.
It's not supposed to be much like most escape sequences. It's not supposed to be difficult
Yeah.
because otherwise that really kills the tension. Flashback, but you know.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I guess, you know, to be fair, it's like that was the gameplay of that game, but still.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Are you kidding me?
Towards the camp.
I do like that a lot of the lines are still just Aloy being extremely sarcastic. Sort of the generic things that she's saying right now. It really is what she mostly brings to the table.
I noticed.
yeah. It's not a bad generic character. It's just a little bit like, you know, she's kind of got a really interesting.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
back, baby. the final boss of this area.
Yeah.
Jeez, not again. How many times am I gonna get thrown off of a cliff?
So now you got to do it, the escape again, and this time you got to get the jump right.
Oh, no. Actually, Aloy's dead, and I have to play a silence. No.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be a twist, though?
that classic David Cage twist.
I don't think David Cage ever did that in particular. I mean, aside from, like, you were still playing as I was still playing as myself in in Omicron, and like other games where characters can get killed, it's like, you know, that's a dynamic thing. They can all survive as well.
We might need to do a David Cage.
I don't know
Another
though.
game.
I feel like like, are we gonna get better than
Yeah.
the ending of Omicron?
Oh my god, that was such a like. Yeah, I'm kind of chasing that high of that perfect ending.
I won't deny this.
Perfectly terrible. But yeah.
And it was like a nonstop cascade. It was like one of those movie
just-
sequences where you just go from classic scene to classic scene to classic scene for like 40
That
minutes.
is definitely the hardest I've ever laughed on any series
Yeah.
I've done.
Yes.
Wising up.
Same.
The Azkeel are free.
Shades and crumbles like sand.
Remember the
Me,
Azkeel? Yeah.
Matan Bakus. I'm here as well.
Self-interest. Now that is a solid.
But yeah, it's like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that any other one of the David Cage games are quite as incompetent.
We're on the verge of
There's maybe some points in Indigo Prophecy and Beyond Two Souls, but even then, it's like it's not quite at the same
Yeah,
level.
same with Persona 5. I don't think we're gonna find a gold mine, but that's that got that intersection of critical acclaim and just being, you know, the emperor having no clothes. Like you
It is to the point that I still don't even understand what happened there, because I don't want to find another game like that.
yeah.
Well, I really got a way to go, don't I?
Like we've had some, like for example, we've had some criticisms of this game, but it's like it's pretty good. It's not like bad or anything.
it's fine.
It's like
Really, all the criticisms that I have are mostly stuff that I do badly, and then
Yeah.
other than that, it's just kind of like, light poking fun.
yeah.
Do I really care all that much about fighting a bunch of cultists? No, fucking whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
I still spend a lot of time, off screen fighting regular robots, and they do still have, big bosses and stuff like that you do have fighting.
Why didn't you
It's
go
like
fight
aside from that,
Travis Pete for this?
cutscenes are a little bit too long.
Yeah. Just,
Would have liked to have seen Aloy's character get fleshed out more, and that's like
Yeah.
it. That's,
And-
these are the worst things I have to say about it.
and as much as we do like criticize like the writing in games, it's only because the standard for writing is not as high as it is for like movies. I would say. I think that's.
I mean,
fair.
it is also just like
It's not as mature.
jokes, bits.
It's not as mature a medium, I would say, yet. I mean, it's only been like 40 years since we've been.
I think there's a lot of good stuff out there,
Yeah.
but it's still it is still
Like, this is just fun.
it's been worked on.
Yeah.
People doing good stuff. People out there really making it work sometimes, but there's also just a lot of people, a lot of stuff out there. Just period.
Yeah, and it's like.
Sturgeon's law.
and-
Sturgeon's law.
And even when I have. Yeah, exactly. Sturgeon's Law is a great
Thanks for the history.
rule of thumb for most
90% of everything is crud.
Yep. And I mean, like, okay, look at these castle walls. It's pretty damn cool. Like, it's not.
Yeah. This is supposed to be like the it's the Ring of Blood one, so like gladiatorial stuff, and then it's supposed to be like the summer villa for the previous king. So it's kind of like a shanty town around here.
Yeah, so I'm noticing that you're
design.
not killing those people. Is that because they're part of the?
These are NPCs. They're not. People actually live here.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm saying, like these are. Okay.
We're not literally one man army taking on everybody
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Yeah, no, I
That was
know.
the point of crashing the network. But yeah, it's a neat little area. I like it.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna be spending a whole lot of time here. No,
Kind of seems like I don't know, a Middle Eastern like fortress, like maybe Constantinople kind of thing. Just
Colosseum. I want to say they're clearly going for a Colosseum, as you can see right here.
oh yeah, I can see that.
And it's like summer villa, shanty town.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I just think this kind of feels,
Robo pigs.
This feels like Middle Eastern or Eastern Europe kind of thing, just like a fortified.
Oh yeah, this
city.
is some very Mesopotamian architecture
Yes.
and everything.
Just it's a cool little like this doesn't feel. It's kind of that Dark Souls thing where it's based on something real, but it feels like there's a lot of art in the artistry in creating this city. Like it's probably based on a specific talent and a
There's something about just like the entire platoon of guys doing the exact same, like stomping the pole arm on the ground that everybody does whenever you get close to them.
Yes, that's a nice touch.
Like, this is how you stomp the pole arm on the ground when anybody comes near you.
Yeah.
It's like Metal Gear. It's like the start of Metal Gear Solid 2, basically. And there they do it again.
And they're not doing it in perfect sync. It's because it's not like if you notice they're a little
It's a
bit off
pre-rendered cutscene.
Glory of the sun
because they're individuals.
Behold,
And I feel like this might be the Mad King.
the one true sun
This-
king,
No, the Mad King is dead.
Oh, the Mad. Oh, okay.
whose will
That's the
is
point. His
light
son took
and
over
whose
then.
light
But
is
the Shadow
law.
Karja being the other side of the
I command Lucian
Civil War. Basically, they have their own, I'm sure, like distant relation
By
of the
will
king,
of radiant Edamus
who they're
does
like,
the
who
sun
is easily
glare down
manipulatable,
mercilessly
who they're gonna be
upon
like,
the
he's the
traitor
true
Lucian.
king.
To the hunter who brings his head
Basically.
to us shall go a bounty of
Because he's like
500
6.
jars.
Yeah.
More prisoners than royalty.
Who are you?
Don't you think?
I mean, you're Vanasha, but I don't know who that is.
Love your hair.
That's okay.
That is.
At one point in time, I really want to just.
I love the detail on her
freeze.
like cloak or whatever. Like just.
I know, right?
Like really just. Add,
She looks weirdly good here.
like a very it's like they just they spent a lot of polygons just making that like the shawl that she's wearing or something really good. All that
Yeah.
like, jewelry. Like I think she's clearly gonna have a focus. Spoiler.
Still time to save him.
Nope.
Oh really? That's just a.
Oh yeah, she's setting up a side quest right here.
You've got to be.
I'm busy.
Okay, fair enough.
Other guest rooms. They'll be just as important to pay attention to.
But yeah, look, we got stuff to do, man. But yeah, there's side quest, Trader's Bounty, right there.
Is this a required side quest or are you not gonna do it?
Nope.
Okay. Nope.
Here's where I'm going right there.
Okay.
So, don't you want to find out the secrets of the Zeroed Dawn? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
This is such a cool. Yeah, I like the city a lot. They did a good job with this. It's kind of,
Well, we're exiting Sunfall right now.
and we're never coming back.
The other side of the tower.
I mean, I don't know if you realize this, but after what we're about to do,
Oh, it's one of those.
I see you've been here
they
before.
might not want us back in here if there's anybody left. No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
To say,
No.
I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return.
Silence getting possessed by the spirit of the game developers.
You should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to
Yep.
run, do them first.
Basically,
Order
2
peace.
side quests now.
I won't tolerate whining.
Nah.
Clear.
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the
Now
ride.
this is just going from being sarcastic, just being outright aggressive. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose he did not tell her that she was literally going to the belly of the beast.
I suppose.
I'm heading down.
Well, actually, I guess it's not literally. It's a very large creature, though. The Horus units.
Where the machines came from.
Oh, we didn't just fall down this time.
Such
Yeah.
marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls.
Shut up, Silence. I only care about finding my mom.
Yeah.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the
Got no time for all the centuries of human knowledge lost here.
I suspect you will
But yeah, I
have
was gonna
easier
say it's like
time
one of the things I
years ago.
actually wanted to do at the start of this episode was just kind of freeze it for a couple frames to show you the characters loading in, basically. And one of the last things to load in is always Aloy's hair. So she does have a very short cut until for 1 frame.
That's kind of interesting. Like the shortcut because you don't need to really render it. Yeah. Now oh god.
Yeah, the hair is rendered is a separate.
Now I'm acutely aware of this and it's making the hair look really bad.
I mean, that's hair in video games, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You remember back in the PS2 era where everybody had a very short cut or a bun or something?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it is it's one of the hardest things. I mean, famously.
We're getting there.
I'm sure you've
But yeah,
you've seen
flowing
things about
physics that
Pixar where
rest on top of things.
they need to render every single hair meticulously in order to get it to work.
And the way
yeah.
they do it here is by having the hair sort of bunched up.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. That is the video game stuff.
Nah.
It's like getting people to actually sleep underneath the covers in a bed.
Yeah, and honestly, it is impressive because I think just the way you can have different haircuts.
My
is that
cultist sense
possible?
is tingling.
With the cosmetics.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves
Kind
for long
of.
now.
So if that's true,
It's a different hat I got on.
because if that's true, then they can't just pre-render it, which is what they would probably want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do.
It's not a baked in thing, and even then, it still has clipping
Yeah.
issues and everything.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly,
That's
it's
fine.
just it's
Video
an
game
impressive
stuff.
thing to do, to render that. But we could if you,
Clearly, I think they planned on that, and that's also why they planned on having the hair in this sort of style and everything. And
We found it.
yeah.
Are you really
look,
surprised?
it's the Zero Dawn.
The Zero Dawn.
Yes. The Horizon, no.
What was this?
No, the horizon is conspicuously empty because we're surrounded on all sides by this fortress
Exactly.
or this ruins, I guess.
Installation.
Yeah.
Can't be too prepared.
Whatever you could refer to it. Gotta grab a few mushrooms here.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A
Ooh,
selection
beverages.
of beverages and
Yeah.
snacks are available.
Get your gamer fuel. Was it
Wonder if
called?
they got Mountain Dew game fuel.
Oh, it's game fuel. Okay, because it's not gamer.
It's
fuel.
not gamer fuel.
Right. It's not good for gamers.
You keep saying gamer fuel.
Uh-huh.
It's not.
Okay.
It's important for you to understand that.
Yeah. we need to fill out another 7-8 minutes here.
40 minutes roughly.
Okay.
And then 45 minutes for the next episode,
Yeah.
which I have prepared and we're going to do after this.
Yeah, I think we are.
Initiating playback.
All right, well,
Okay. That's it.
sit your ass down, get some popcorn, and your bottle of gamer fuel.
I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs
We got
of
more
Staff of the
cutscenes.
United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. that Zero Dawn is a top
Kind of looks like John F.
I
Kennedy's
have.
like.
It's also the name of this game.
John F. Kennedy's like great grandson.
If Operation Enduring Victory could
Yeah,
hold off
the
robots long
2060.
enough, the reason
I don't know if
I'm
his
sure you've
voice
heard
is.
the
This guy's a millennial, basically.
I don't know if his voice is still like a Boston accent. He just kind of looks like John F. Kennedy. Like this is a kid.
No, he's got kind of like generic. What?
and it will not
Uh-huh.
save us.
Nothing will save
Nothing
us?
will save us.
But I'm here.
By the time the glitch was noticed,
By the time the glitch was noticed, we had already
nothing
noticed the
could stop
glitch.
The Pharaoh plague. Nothing can.
Okay.
Its
Yeah,
robots
yeah,
will
yeah,
continue
it's
to
a bunch
of
replicate
robots.
and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed.
And see, I told you we were going to see that
Our planet
eventually.
reduced
Do not
to
ask what these
It's just
robots.
kind of like literally sucks it up.
global
Yeah,
extinction
do not
is
ask what these
inevitable.
robots can do for the biosphere, but
No
ask
matter
what these
how many we
biospheres
kill,
can do for the robots.
just keep
And the answer is to be
making
sucked
more.
up.
Yes, we will all be sucked
Big
up
suck.
by
Under
these tremendous
deactivation
robots.
codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But
And-
since the cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled
see.
waveforms,
Stupid polyphasic
cracking a
entangled
code set would take
waveforms.
half
That's
a
how they get you
century.
every time.
Yeah, like putting too much glue into an air.
We've got 16
One sec.
months.
Oh, and there's where the humans go extinct. You just saw it on the bar
The
there.
destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space
That is
station.
true.
You could have
There will be
tried.
no Earth left
Actually, I
to
think they
reclaim.
did.
They
I
tried.
didn't read that lore.
They tried
though.
very hard.
Toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it.
I mean,
hibernating.
so do we know what Zero Dawn is, or are we still trying to figure that out?
He's explaining it right now.
Okay.
Transform the lies of Operation Enduring Victory.
Operation Enduring Victory, which I believe the Iraq War was called Operation Enduring Freedom. I could be wrong on that.
In battle.
Yeah, but that's probably what they were going for. But it's just like, yeah, it's like, hey, everybody go fight these robots.
Buy time for you and the work you will do here.
They did a bad job.
0 day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist.
Zero
is
day.
coming fast.
So we're gonna have a Zero
Yes.
Dawn.
Be
Okay.
stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after.
Oh,
Your mom
Leave it to
So,
Elizabeth Sobek
yeah.
to shine that thin ray
is the
of
one
light
that
into the
survived
darkness.
to repopulate the Earth.
Out.
So he's not explaining anything about it. He's just explaining what its purpose is. So it's still kind of a mystery.
Yeah, he's basically just saying, nah, everything's fucked, guys. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
John F. Kennedy lied to me.
Could not be stopped.
Not again.
Somehow Elizabeth saved us.
How do I even trust that man anymore?
He said he would love me forever. And then,
And I mean, he did, but then he died in the 0 day.
yeah.
We were supposed to be immortal.
I don't get it. I sang happy birthday to him and everything.
Let nothing stop you from learning this.
Wait, since when did you get possessed by the spirit of Marilyn Monroe?
Well, since right now, I guess. I don't know. Since
All I got was Marilyn Manson.
yeah, I don't know. I always confuse those two briefly. It's kind of dumb, but yeah.
Anyway, so we got the bad news. Now it's time for the good news, where we finally find out what the title of the game is supposed to mean. I mean, this is probably the most important cutscene in the game if I was going to choose one, which is why I decided to make it the point where I split up this dungeon sub-area, whatever you call it. Look, we got a whole like point of no return thing. I just feel like this is as good of a point as any.
Data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind.
Hey, wait a second. I recognize that last one.
Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake. Each
And they all got
presents
these
engineering
names, you say?
challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted.
I'm starting to think that this might be what's
Hardware
wrong
that
with the world
preserves and
outside. Like,
gestates
what's
the
happening?
Billions of seeds and embryos from which
Well, I
life
mean,
will
it's
be
the reason
born.
the world's here in the first
The
place.
construction of underground facilities to hold it all.
So basically, they just remade the entire world.
We don't have to build the entire
Did a
system.
reasonably good job.
The
So they-
beauty of
Yep,
fully
yep, there it
automated
is.
terraforming
So they
system
totally,
is
yeah,
that it can build
terraformed. Yeah, and
itself.
by the way, oh, this is a
Now, in
Hades
days to come,
reference.
You'll learn how all these
Yeah, all the way on the
functions,
bottom
all
there.
these
Yes.
pieces
Well, I mean
that
also
will be
the other
working
gods that are-
together. How
Oh,
we'll race the clock to
yes,
execute
that's-
our harvest initiatives, write
I-
the software,
yeah.
build the
To be
tech
honest,
and the facilities.
I can't, when they originally introduced like Ted Faro as he existed, I kind of thought it's just like, yeah, this is probably where it's gonna go.
You'll know how it
Except,
doesn't end here.
like, I thought
How
that
Gaia will
it was
generate
going to
those
be
deactivation
that
codes
the
to what
humans were
Harris talked
also
about.
robots, and that's why
And
they are
build
like
the
vulnerable to the whole
transmission
corruption
race
thing.
broadcast.
You know, like I get
Shutting
hurt
down
whenever I
fellow
step in
robots
corruption.
from
Yeah.
That it wasn't going to be like, you know, actual
will not just
terraforming and
build,
rebuilding
but
of everything, but it was just going to be
imagine
them being
any
like,
conceivable robot it needs
we
to do its
created
work
a
across
simulacrum
centuries.
of
From
the Earth
detoxifying
as it
Earth's
existed.
ravaged
But no,
atmosphere and poisoned
no,
seas,
they did it.
to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stocks.
Still don't know why then the corruption hurts humans, but whatever.
When all that is done,
So why are they
and a
robots
new generation
and
of
not
human
just
beings
creatures?
Oh, they were saying that the robots
Spawned
basically have a bunch of
facilities
different
around
like
the globe
purposes to
will
like
partake
clean the
of
environment and
Oh,
then, like,
I
raise
see,
the
okay.
air
So
and everything.
just
like
like
that.
real animals.
knowledge and cultural achievement
Basically.
from which they will
Except
learn
they do it
us,
more efficiently, being robots.
our world.
Why are they attacking people? It probably has something to do with the way Hades is fucking up stuff right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It
Because
is
clearly
within our
Hades
grasp
was supposed to
if
be
we work
part of this
tirelessly
system.
and stop
As you
it
can see,
nothing
as it
from
just
changing.
slowly fades out right at the end there.
Yeah.
We can't stop life from ending.
So what's the IO
If you
button
help
supposed
me
to do then?
help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
All right. There you go. There's the reveal.
Okay.